now is Sarah Benson-Wittry, our Director of Food Bank and Emergency Services at the Crisis Center, as well as Stefanie Bell, our Food Bank Coordinator. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
We're going to talk a little bit about Project Holiday 2012, what's happening this year. So I'd like to start with Sarah. Last year was the first year, as Judy and Jan had shared, was the first year that we shared, or that we distributed food at the Crisis Center, which was a big change for us. Can you talk a little bit about why that decision was made?
Well, it certainly is a very big change. It partially was because we changed how we distributed food at the Crisis Center. So last year we switched from a pre-made bag system, which took a lot of space just for bags, and took up a lot of our usable space in the food bank. And we changed to a system where clients are able to go and choose their own foods, almost shop for the items that fit their needs best, which is really consistent with the values that we're bringing to Project Holiday and that Jan and Nancy were really integrating when they co-chaired for 2 years. So once we'd made that system change, our space was really freed up in a different way, which really made that possible where before it was not. There was some additional feedback that we got from clients, really saying, you know, they weren't really able to find the locations. The year prior, in 2010, we actually had a last-minute location change after we had distributed information to clients, which made it more confusing for them. You know, they would have to come to the Crisis Center for food, for their weekly food, plus go to this other site for their holiday food, which was a challenge. And we also found that it was easier for our volunteers as well to be at our site, and more engaging for the community volunteers. They get to see where we distribute our food normally, not just this empty storefront that we've set up to do Project Holiday. So it's really helped us engage our clients better, engage the volunteers better, and it logistically is a lot easier for us because all of our storage capacity is right there. We have cooler space, we have warehouse space. So really, I just think it's all positives in this change.
That's great. So can you talk a little bit about how clients responded last year?
Yeah, we definitely got repeated feedback from people who were glad to have it on site. It did make it easier for them to be able to receive all the food at once, and they found it much easier to find. And certainly some of those parking challenges that were in the past continue to exist, but they still found a lot of positives, and we're very excited about it.
Great. So, Stefanie, how did volunteers react to having the distribution at the food bank?
They were really excited. The volunteers are always excited and willing to do anything new if it means helping serve our clients better and to be able to fill their needs the way they need to be filled. And our volunteers came together, created a committee where they did lots of hours of planning and organizing how that we can do it smoothly and get clients in to get their food and out as quickly as possible, and to really just make things go well for our clients.
Great. And then we had so many people on site to actually help with the distribution. It was just a fun set of days, having so much activity happening at the Crisis Center during the distribution. Mm-hmm. So this year we're changing things again. Can you share how distribution is being handled the week of distribution, which is December 18th through the 21st?
Yeah, so we're really excited. This year we are doing the Crisis Center distribution during food bank hours, December 18th through the 21st. And in addition to that, we're at the Coralville Recreation Center. We are distributing from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, December 19th, and also on that Thursday, December 20th, we're distributing from the North Liberty Rec Center from 3 to 7 p.m. to really be able to help clients that aren't able to get all the way to Iowa City to get their holiday food, be able to get it you know, in their town that they live in or closer to where they live at, so that way they're still able to get it.
That's fantastic and an exciting adventure for us this year. Mm-hmm. So what has the volunteer response been? With adding distribution sites, obviously we need additional help. So what's the volunteer response been like?
It's been amazing. We need over 300 volunteers, just one-time volunteers, in addition to our 200 regular volunteers each week. And the response has been amazing. We've had a lot of people calling because there's not enough spots for them to still come with all their groups because they're filling up. We actually saw the big need for volunteers to help direct traffic for the Crisis Center, because as we talked about, that is a theme of an issue we have. So we're still looking for quite a few volunteers to help with that spot, but the community has really stepped in and helped fill a lot of our needs.
Yeah, we do have a small parking lot, and getting a high volume of people through can be a bit of a challenge, but people are very patient and have been wonderful to work with, so that's great. So Sarah, families have been registering to receive Project Holiday Food since the beginning of November.
Yes.
Do you have numbers to share with how many households we expect to participate?
Yes, so our official registration time was October 30th to November 30th. That allows us to get a good number to use in order to purchase food. As Judy spoke about in the last segment, a lot of times families will find in that month between registration to the distribution time that they aren't needing the food, that their plans have changed. But we do also have families that come in after the registration that, you know, maybe were never our clients before, maybe didn't have an identified need, and so they didn't know about registration until it was too late. So we do anticipate that we'll lose people, but we'll also get new clients in. The amount of people who registered, there were 1,643 families registered. Which is a tremendous number. Last year we served 1,223 families. And that actually equates to a total of 4,855 people in Johnson County who will be receiving holiday food. In addition, if there's additional family members visiting who maybe aren't able to contribute to the holiday table, they will also be served with that food.
What an amazing effort.
Yes.
It truly is. Okay, Sarah, so talk a little bit about how much food you're going to need to feed 4,000 and some people.
Yes, well, just for the turkeys alone, I've ordered 1,000 turkeys for the distribution, and those are 10 to 14 pounds each. So that is a huge amount of food. We're very grateful to U.S. Foods, who will be donating a refrigerated trailer during the time, because otherwise we would have nowhere to store all of those. In addition, we have 7,600 pounds of produce. That will be potatoes, sweet potatoes, onions, carrots. We have a total of 35 different items that clients will be able to choose from. So that includes that produce. It includes the whole turkeys. It includes whole chickens. There's a vegetarian kind of turkey substitute option. There's smaller turkey roasts for smaller families or people who don't like to cook as much. There's baking supplies. There's also dairy. One of the things that we've done over the years is take a look at the foods that we are purchasing for this. In the past, we used to do those French fried onions. You wouldn't believe that one of those little canisters of French fried onions is more expensive than a quart of milk. So we're going to give everyone a quart of milk instead. We found that a lot of our families would appreciate a basic item like that to do cooking that's more in line with their family traditions, rather than us making an assumption that everyone has green bean casserole.
Although there's much to be said about how wonderful green bean casserole is. Okay, so Stephanie, can you talk a little bit about what you hear from clients about how the holiday foods enhance or make a difference for them?
Clients are always really excited and grateful for it. Without Project Holiday, there's a lot of families that wouldn't get to have those holiday meals where really those memories that carry on from year to year are created. And so clients are really excited that they can still, gather as a family, and whether, their kids are little or they're starting to grow, or, maybe it's just them for it, that they still get to do that tradition and continue it on.
Okay, great. So this is going to be a question I end up asking everyone. Do you have a favorite memory from Project Holiday that you can share?
I do. Last year I got to talk to a family where it was the first time that they actually got to have a whole turkey and make it. And they were so excited, and they were asking so many questions about how do we make it? And I was like, well, maybe, do you have, can you go to a computer and watch a YouTube video, and trying to get them connected with how they can, really know how to cook the turkey and make sure it's done all the way. And they were really, really excited to actually get to have a whole turkey for their family.
Wonderful. And Sarah?
I don't have a single memory, but purchasing the food, I'm the person that makes those final orders now, and that experience is always so much fun for me. Stefanie knows I will get off the phone after making an order, then go to Stefanie and say, I just ordered food. And it's really exciting because a lot of times we're not able to order and have in on a regular basis some of these really important staple items. To have whole turkeys and fresh meat, and the milk. This year we'll also have margarine and eggs and cheese for every household to receive as well. And to have those items and to be able to say every household can have some is such a joy and just so exciting, and really wouldn't be possible without the generosity of the community. And so it's just such a treasure for me every year when I get to make that phone call to those different vendors and get that food.
Okay, thank you. If you'd like to help us spread that joy and bring holiday foods to a family, just a simple $20 donation made at our website, www.jccrisiscenter.org, is a way you can help.